What's up guys, David here, and since a lot of you incoming freshmen are starting to pack up for move-in day, I thought I would make myself useful for once and come up with a list of 10 things you should not bring to college that you are probably thinking about bringing. And trust me, I know what I'm talking about, because just 1 year ago, I was in this exact same mess, not knowing what the heck I'm supposed to bring. Now, a lot of you guys may be asking me right now, David, why are you making a video talking about items you should not bring to college before you make a video about what you should bring to college? I mean, after all, it's what you should bring that matters more, right? Well, my response to that is use your resources. I mean, the institution you are attending has probably already provided you with a list of items to bring. And if they have not, or you are just too lazy to dig on their website to look for one, you can easily find one online. Now, I will be making a video talking about items that are not on most lists I have seen, or items that are on most packing lists but are just ignored because it doesn't seem very important when you think about it, but once you start living in a dorm, you will probably realize how handy it may be. But before I share my list of 10 things you should probably not bring to college, I would like to ask everyone who finds this video valuable to go ahead and leave a like to defeat the evil YouTube algorithm, as I will be making videos like this one every single week, and if you're a student like me, you'll definitely benefit from these videos. Also, this video is more specifically aimed towards college dorms because that's where most freshmen live. So if you are living off campus during your freshman year for whatever reason, this list won't apply to you as much, but there are still items on this list that I would recommend just not bringing. Anyways, here's my list of 10 items you should not bring to college. At number 1, we have a gaming console. Now, I know this is gonna be a really hard goodbye, but trust me, after your freshman year, you will thank me. I mean, one of the hardest things in college, especially for freshmen, is managing your time and staying motivated because of how many distractions there are in college. The last thing you'll need is a gaming console to keep your focus away from your goals. Also, it can be very unhealthy if you're gonna be gaming late every night. So my best advice is to just keep that stuff at home. If you are really into gaming, bring a Switch, because you and I can both agree that Switches are not nearly as addictive as compared to like an Xbox or a PlayStation. On top of that, the purpose of college itself is not only to get an education, but also to step out of your comfort zone a little bit and make new friends. Bringing a gaming console will just persuade you to go back to your high school ways. So do yourself a favor and leave that stuff at home. At number 2, we have a coffee maker. Now, before you guys flood the comments saying stuff like, well, David, I need my coffee. Well, so do I, alright? Now, the reason why I do not advise you to bring a coffee maker with you to college is because your dorm room probably already has one. And if your dorm room does not actually have one, there will probably be one somewhere in your dorm building. Or should I say residence hall. Therefore, you probably won't need one. Now, if you're one of those freshmen who are living off campus, do your research to see if you actually need one. At number 3, we have a blender. Now, I know this is going to be a very hypocritical statement because I actually brought a blender with me because I am always hungry and nothing is more filling than a nice protein smoothie. However, a lot of dorms actually do not allow one due to the annoying noises it can generate during the process of making a smoothie. So do your research to see if your dorm room allows one. Also, if you don't have a dishwasher, which you probably won't if you're living in a dorm, please do not bring it. It will get dirty and you won't be able to properly sanitize it, which means you'll probably get sick after a while of using it. At number 4, we have high school t-shirts. I know, a lot of you guys are probably already aware that you should not wear a high school t-shirt to college, but apparently some people don't. Because when I was doing research on this video, I noticed that a lot of people talked about how you should not bring that stuff with you. So I felt like I should probably include that on this list. I mean, college is a completely different part of your life. So please don't be that one kid who is still mentally stuck in high school, and don't bring your high school t-shirts to college. At number 5, we have a pet. Yes, as some of you may know, I'm actually going to be bringing a dog to college next year. I know, right? I am the most sincere human being out there. But unlike all of you, or most I should say, I'm living off campus, so I can do whatever I want. Now, all jokes aside, I know this may be tempting because most dorms actually allow small pets like hamsters and fish, but trust me, it may not seem like it right now, but managing a pet through the conditions of a college dorm is inconvenient, and the routine you'll have to go through every single week will get obnoxious very quickly. I mean, think about it. You and I can both agree that a fish doesn't seem like much to maintain. I mean, all you gotta do is feed it once a day and clean a tank, right? Now, here's the issue. If you're living in a dorm, you will probably have to take your fish tank all the way to the bathroom and get the water from the sink. You'll also have to figure out a way to actually clean the tank. So yeah, it's probably not the best move. Now, I am not by any means trying to tell you to not bring a pet if you live in a dorm or else, because ultimately that's not possible. I just kind of want to warn you on how difficult it may be before you bring your little friend with you and ultimately regretting it. However, this only applies if you live on campus. So if you're living off campus and a pet just happens to be the cure of your anxiety, go ahead and bring your little friend with you. At number 6, we have binders. Now, this may be kind of hard to believe since binders are basically that one thing that kept us organized throughout grade school, but the way college education is structured kind of makes binders useless. I mean, your professor will probably not be giving you a handout every single class like your high school teacher did. Instead, your professor will probably upload it online for you to look at. So unless you are someone who plans on printing all of that out, please don't bully treats like that. I would not recommend you to bring a binder with you, simply because again, you probably won't need it. At number 7, we have furniture, like any sort of furniture. Because first off, your college dorm will probably be very small and there probably won't be much room for whatever furniture you wanted to bring. But also because your dorm will probably have all the furniture you will actually need. Not to mention how painful it will be to carry a furniture all the way to your dorm room. At number 8, we have kitchen utensils. Now, this includes anything you really need to cook, because if you're living in a dorm, you're probably not even going to be able to cook. I mean, most dorms I have seen don't even have a kitchen. In fact, a lot of them don't even have a microwave. This is why my best advice is for everyone who is living on campus to get a meal plan. That way, you can get all of your meals straight from the dining hall. It also will save you a ton of money. Just make sure that you don't only eat at the dining hall. Now, I do recommend you guys to bring a couple of eating utensils in case you forget to grab like a plastic fork when you order takeaway or something, just so that you don't have to walk all the way to the dining hall just to grab a fork. At number 9, we have a printer. Now, if there's one item that only applies to people that are living in a dorm or on campus, this one should be it. Because again, you probably won't have much space to put a printer in your dorm. Also, there will probably be a room with a printer in it in every single building on campus. And if there isn't, there will always be a library that is probably within walking distance. Now, this is a completely different story if you're living off campus, because I personally like the idea of having a personal printer as it is very convenient. So unless you're living in an apartment complex with a computer lab right next to you, I would recommend you to have a printer if you live off campus. And lastly, at number 10, we have expensive items, or anything you'll have a hard time replacing if it goes missing or breaks. This includes any sort of jewelry you may have, any sort of limited edition shoes they don't make anymore, or even that dollar store teddy bear you had since you were 1. Now, first of all, what are you going to be doing with your $1,000 watch? Do you really think it's a good idea to flex on broke college students? Secondly, you'll be sharing a room with at least one person. How will you be so sure that your roommate won't accidentally break your expensive items? That is why I recommend you to leave all of that stuff at home. Yes, it may be a little bit difficult to say goodbye to those things for now, but I am sure that it will be a lot more painful when your valuable items either go missing or breaks. Alright, so that concludes my list of 10 items you should not bring to college. My question to you is, do you have a specific item that I should include on this list? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.